Deception wears many faces, and none more so than in the case of Huong. With a history marred by life-threatening actions, her surprise visit to Jack and Mama Loy raised more than a few eyebrows. Acting as if she had done nothing wrong, Huong presented herself with an air of calm, but with evil intentions. What's even more surprising was how Jack treated her with civility, extending a courtesy that seemed almost detached from their troubled past. Watching Hung's calm demeanor and Jack's civil response felt jarringly out of sync with the severity of her past actions, leaving a lingering sense of discomfort. Jack's character, on the other hand, seemed almost implausible in its kindness, making it hard to shake off the feeling that something wasn't quite right. Wishing everyone a wonderful and a blessed day full of joy, hope, and love. Before proceeding, please note that this video is intended for review, recap, and reaction purposes, adhering to YouTube's community guidelines, offering critique and analysis. Viewer discretion advised. This video may also be available in some selected languages. Please click the gear button and go to Captions, then click Auto Translate to check your language. Jack's behavior towards Huong is more than just civil. It borders on reckless and overly accommodating, especially considering her history of putting their lives at risk. The situation takes a baffling turn when Officer Tung calls, and Jack could have easily excused himself discreetly. Instead, he blurts out the caller's name and the purpose of the call, loud enough for Huong to overhear. Even stepping away doesn't mitigate the damage, as his voice remains audible, raising serious concerns about confidentiality. Given the high stakes, Jack, Mama Loy, and Tu Tien can ill afford to trust anyone without good reason. Yet, it's astounding that Jack would spill sensitive information so carelessly, seemingly without regard for the potential consequences. But what's even more alarming is that after taking the call from Officer Tung, Jack leaves to meet him, leaving his mother alone and vulnerable with Huong. A move that strains credulity to the breaking point. And to compound the issue, Jack and Officer Tung discuss sensitive and confidential matters in a public coffee shop, speaking loudly. A decision that violates basic security protocols. These actions either represent a jaw-dropping lapse in judgment, or a narrative choice that defies logic. As Officer Tung's investigation progressed, a significant revelation emerged. Tu Tien's supposed father was identified as Lu Van Phuc, previously introduced as Mr. Hoi. It's unclear whether this is a minor tweak or another inconsistency in the storyline. Notably, Phuc's involvement was rooted in coercion, having been forced to pose as Tu Tien's father in a desperate bid to secure his own daughter's safety. Further probing uncovered Phuc's connection to V, a convicted child kidnapper with ties to Huong. Jack's concerns surged upon hearing Huong's name. And he couldn't shake the feeling that this was the same Huong who had masterminded sinister plots against them in the past. Alarm bells rang louder as he recalled leaving Huong alone with his mother at home. Swiftly, Jack contacted his mother, issuing a cautious warning. Remain vigilant, avoid any movements, and await further discussion. On the other hand, Mama Loy's unease with Huong's presence lingered, tempered by cautious politeness. Despite Huong's apologetic facade, Mama Loy remained vigilant, her trust withheld due to past betrayals. Though she yearned for Huong's redemption, her skepticism persisted. Fueled by the nagging fear that Huong's intentions might still be duplicitous. Meanwhile, Huong cunningly extracted valuable information before departing shortly after Jack's exit. She swiftly instructed her cohorts to surveil Jack, hinting at a sinister plot unfolding. Huong's reappearance might signal a turning point in the narrative, potentially accelerating the plot toward a climactic resolution. After a prolonged build-up of tension and branched-out plot twists, viewers eagerly await a conclusive outcome. Hoping this chapter will soon reach its peak and transition into more thrilling and much-awaited episodes without the recurrence of the previous antagonists. As the episode teeters on the precipice, questions swirl. Will Jack unmask Huong's true intentions before she strikes again and unleashes her sinister plan? Or will the narrative continue to branch out, introducing more unnecessary complexities? When will Tu Tien and Jack's story return to its core essence? A heartwarming, feel-good romance that captured hearts. Share your thoughts. Feel free to leave your comment below with your theories and predictions.